All right, good morning, family. Welcome to Coffee and Craps with John here from Pro Craps on Casino Gaming TV. Weird episode today because I'm not actually live. I'm recording this episode Monday night for a Tuesday morning airing. I'm going to be on an airplane tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock heading out to meet my son to go to a concert, so I won't be able to do the show live. So I thought I'd record tonight, one take like I always do, and we'll just upload that and have that be today's show. So if you would, chat like always, do your thing. I'll actually probably be in chat at some point because my plane lands, I think around 8 o'clock or so Pacific time. I might be able to catch in and watch a little bit with you and maybe engage a little bit in the chat. So if I can, that'd be kind of fun. But anyway, let's take a look here at our schedule for today and a couple things I want to talk about. So first of all, I want to re-mention the Friday night fight the other night. I got my butt kicked, which is okay. Mid-Mo Yo is now the champion. He's the king of the mountain. He's going to be taking on, I believe, Magic Mo. His name is Roy. He's next up in line, so that's the next Friday night fight, which I'll be happy to deal. I haven't dealt one in a while, so you'll get me dealing Chiro and Roy on Friday night. Speaking of Chiro, he and Chris have got this big thing brewing up. They've been talking about it for a long time. We're kind of limping into getting it figured out what's going to happen. So the way that it looks right now is we're going to have a 5-match series with them dealt by a bunch of us. And the way that we want to deal this thing out is actually, let me show you actually how it's going to play out. That'll make more sense. Let me go to the screen there. What's going to happen is this. They're going to play 5 matches. And on the left-hand side, you'll see that the matches are going to be first a hybrid. They have to play hybrid strategy. Then they got to play dark side. Then they got to play light side. Then a regression. And then they're going to have a King of the Mountain style match. So the idea here is they really want to see who's the best between the two of them. By forcing them down different roads, it's going to make them have to prove that they can play each of those ways better than the other guy. Instead of just being 5 matches where we roll the dice and they play their favorite strategy, which, luck of the dice may help you out there. It doesn't tell you enough about them as players if we don't assert all the things. I look at this, and we've talked about this, as being kind of like a skills competition for an all-star game. Like football or hockey or basketball, they do the skills competition ahead of the game. That's kind of what this is. Really, let's see what their skills actually are in all these ways of playing. And you know what? On dark side day, the dice might be right side dice. We don't know what's going to happen. How are they going to adjust to that in the moment? It's going to be great. They're going to get big bankrolls, $5,000. They're going to get 3 shooters max. That's it. And the one odd rule that Chris wanted in there is that they're going to have to, at one point, go all in for at least one roll during the thing. They're going to have a real YOLO shot at some point during each of the matches, but that's the only really weird thing. What we'll do is we'll count up the percentage of that they won. So if Chris has a 20% win, he gets 2 points. If Chiro has a 40% win, he gets 4 points. At the end of the 5 matches, the most number of points is going to be in the lead. The 6th match and final match is going to be a casino quest. I'm trying to time this for, now mark your calendars, for about the first week of November. Roughly the first week, or I'm sorry, the second week of November, November 12th weekend. That's Veterans Day weekend. It's my wife's birthday. We're going to try and be out there. I'd like for that to be the weekend that we settle the whole thing. I'm talking to Casino Quest now about having David deal it out as a 30-roll challenge, which means he'll deal, they will throw. And the best part about this, I think, is that with these two throwing the dice themselves, it's everything, right? It's I throw the dice, I bet on myself. It's the real assertion of who is the best player. And of course, they'll have points accrued up to that time. In that last match, points are doubled. You could overtake the person even if you're behind by having a kick butt last match. I think it's going to be a really cool way to solve it. And actually, I think it's a cool way to just do like one-on-one, call somebody out battles besides the normal Friday night fight King of the Mountain. I think it's kind of a cool way of doing this thing. So looking forward to it. The plan is to go on Tuesday nights. I don't know when we're going to start yet. It will not be tomorrow, or today is Tuesday for you, because I'm going to be traveling, of course, can't deal it. And part of the other plan with this thing is that we're going to have a lot of channels deal it. Like what we don't want is just to be the John show or the Jeff show or whatever. So what we're going to do is have Chris from Dice Degen. I'm going to have Craig from Old Bay Craps. I'm going to have Alfredo from Texas Crap Shooters, and looking for somebody else to deal the 4th and the 5th rounds of it. And the idea is we get some smaller channels to be the dealers. I will produce the show. So it'll be like coming through my channel or Jeff's channel probably too, where we can show like your like Craig's table, but in the window that would be on my normal screen. That way, and the reason for that is twofold. One is Craig can focus on the dealing. I can focus on a little bit of smack talk, a little bit of kind of, I don't know, back and forth color commentary. But more importantly, because the Pro Craps channel has over 1,000 subscribers, and so does Jeff's channel, we can accept donations during the show. And I think part of what I want to do is lead this into the Craps for the Cure thing. So in addition to talking smack with those two while they're playing and enjoying the competition, maybe they can egg you all on and drop a little super chat here, a super chat there, and all the money that we raise during these 5 matches, we'll put that into the kitty for the Craps for the Cure. So if your heart's in that place and you want to do that while they're playing, and you want to throw a little bit of money or shade behind or against the guy you're going for, that's super cool. So I think we're going to try and have smaller channels, get some exposure with them, let them deal it up. Jeff and I produce it, and that way we'll have a pretty good lens on getting some donations raised. So that's the plan at this point for the big showdown between those two. And again, it's going to lead us down really cool roads. So with that said, again, we know that today's show is a pre-recorded episode. Tomorrow, Wednesday, likely the same thing. I've got something special planned for Wednesday, though, so please join us or earmark it tomorrow, Wednesday, for I think it's going to be a pretty fun show. I don't know if we're going to get it kicked off on time or not, because there's a chance after my concert that I could go live in the morning from where we're going to be. So I'll if I can do it, I'll do it. If not, look for it later in the day. But just stay with me for the. I think it's going to be something you'll enjoy that I've been planning for quite a while here. So hopefully you'll join me for that. So with that said, let's move ahead. And I want to revisit this topic, the big bad wolf, and why is the 7 so scary? So our daily dose of DI today, again, is a revisit of a topic we talked about a little bit on a previous show, which is why do I call the 7 the big bad wolf? Why do we think that it's so scary? And what I want to do is actually head to the table. I want to show you some stuff with dice a little bit and really kind of dig into, again, some of the mechanics about it, but also what I'm doing to sort of solve the mechanics. Let me go ahead and switch screens here for you, and we'll take a look at that. That'll be, let's see, table with screen. There, oh, that's not good. Let's see, that should be, oh, you know what? Let's do this. There we go. That's a little better. All right, sorry about that. Hang on 1 second. I got to set one thing up here, so give me just 1 sec before I walk over there and we'll get it rolling. Okay, my wife was texting me there, so I had to go and let her know what's going on. All right, here we go. What I want to talk to you about with regards to the 7 being the big bad wolf, and here's my dice. Let's talk about the mechanics of it first, and I'll talk about what I'm doing actually to try and stave this off, and one of my theories here as I'm doing my practice run. So, as we know, the 7 is the easiest number to roll. It has 6 ways to roll versus 3 ways for the 4 and 10, 4 for the 5 and 9, and 6 for the 6, or 5 for the 6 and 8. And why is that? Well, the reason for that is not just that there's 6 combinations. It's that no matter what one of the die has, the other die always has the partner to make it a 7. If it's a 2, over here we've got a 5. If it's a 6, over here we got a 1. No matter what happens, these 2 dice can always combine to make a 7. But if one die is a 6, there's no way for me to roll a 4 or 5, right? It's not a guarantee with some of the other numbers like it is with the 7. And that's why it's a 1 in 6 chance. That's where that comes from. Whenever die number 1 stops, there's always a 1 in 6 shot that the second die matches. And that's where you can't escape that, really. That's part of it's just the way the dice are manufactured. You can't get around that. It's the way that we roll them, and nothing you can do to stop it. Now, with that said, here's what I'm trying to do. And I want to walk you through a crazy theory here. And I was talking to my friend who is the math guy, who's doing all the analysis for me of my throws. So as you know, I'm doing 2 sets, actually 3 sets of 10,000 throws. One set we're doing is I'm logging every throw in the morning. As we do our rollouts of our strategies here, I'm always logging out the 10,000 rolls. At night, I'm doing a mechanical practice where I'm setting the dice a very specific way with the 1s on top, 6s of course on the bottom, like so, and I stack them. And I'm throwing them in this kind of stacked horizontal spin fashion. right? The spinner throw. I'm not sure what to call it yet, but it's kind of what I'm doing. Other folks throw the dice where it's more of a throw like this, or a throw where they're back spinning. Okay, more of a horizontal or a vertical or horizontal axis throw. I'm doing this. The reason why I throw it like this, and here's what I'm settling on, is this. These dice can land, if I throw them good, they can land in one of 4 ways, right? The 2 ones can stay up. That would be a great result, because that means that I threw them, they spun, and they landed perfectly, and everything was fantastic, right? The other option is they could both spin over and become 6s. So I throw them so perfectly that they spin into the back wall, they land, and they roll over exactly twice each, and they're a 12. Also a great result, because I know what's on top of both dice. I know what's on bottom of both dice. If I can get both my bottoms or both my tops to show, I'm golden, right? The other option, of course, is one stays on and one goes double. In our case, that'd be a 7. It'd be kind of a bad thing, right? But I can get a 7 like that or a 7 like that. Now, think about this. That's hard to do. It's about a 10.5 to 11%-ish chance that I get the 2 1s or the 2 6s. It's a pretty small chance that happens. Or for these dice to stay on any kind of a repeatable axis like that. So it's a 10% chance that I can keep both dice in control, quote unquote control, meaning I see 2 1s, 2 6s, or a 1 and a 6, or a 6 and a 1. I got about a 10% chance of that happening. The good news, though, is this. I can get them, I think, to a 35 or 40% chance or likelihood that I can get one of them to behave and one of them not to behave. Okay? Let's say, for example, I can get the bottom die to be a 1 or a 6 40% of the time. And that's purely by controlling how fast they come off the back wall and how hard they roll off. If I can control that overspin, big giant if, right? And guarantee 40% of the time the bottom die is going to be a 1 or a 6. And the other one's not going to be a 1 or a 6. That's a guarantee it won't be a 7. If I have a 1 here and this is not a 1 or a 6, I guarantee these numbers cannot be a 7. So we hold off the 7 40% of the time by getting that bottom dice to behave. Similarly, if I can get the top dice to behave also 40% of the time, but not the bottom one, so either this one or this one is on a 1 or a 6, but the other one is not, that's 40% of the time I can avoid the 7 based on that. 40% of the time I can hide the 7 based on that. That's interesting stuff. Now, the danger zone, of course, is if they both do behave, I've got 2 7s out of 4 combinations. That's not great. If they both disbehave and they're both in here somewhere, right? Now I've got all the different combinations of 7s that the other sides can produce. So really what I'm after in this toss that I'm doing at night is trying to see how often I can keep one or the other perfect, either a 1 or a 6 showing, 1 or a 0, 2, or 4 overspins. That's what I'm looking for, just controlling the number of spins off the back wall. Can I do that? I don't know. We're going to find out. I'm logging 10,000 rolls to find out if this theory, this crazy theory of mine holds true, in which case I will not be afraid of the big bad wolf, because I have a much higher percentage of time that I'm going to see one behave and one not behave. I guarantee myself of seeing no 7s. Whenever that happens, if this one behaves and this one doesn't, guaranteed it can't be a 7. That's kind of a powerful place to be. We can make that work. So that's the theory behind what I'm doing at night. So I wish you would join me. It's kind of like watching paint dry. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not the most exciting thing to watch me roll the dice every night 100 times. But I'm doing it anyway. I'm rolling the dice 100 times, like it or not, because I've got to get to 10,000 rolls. And I'm honest about it. I'm calling it out, man. If I screw it up, if it's ugly, I'm letting you know. It's a completely transparent test of 10,000 rolls with that set. What we hope to learn is that given that set, if we're seeing some activity with the dice that we like, we can then predict if I turn the dice a certain way, and throw the same style, we can achieve different results. We're going to find out. But anyway, the big bad wolf is not that scary if that theory holds true. I don't know that it's going to hold true. I'm like 800 rolls in, so we don't have enough data to support any of it yet. It's just going through my mind. I was talking to somebody today about it. I thought I'm going to share that with you. This is kind of what I'm thinking. And again, I might be completely bonkers. This may be totally wrong. I don't know, right? But we're going to sure as hell put the time and effort in to find out, because I think that I want to know the truth about it, or at least if I can get to a point where I can confidently say yes or no where we are, and you'll have somebody who's tracking it, transparently. I'm not trying to sell you anything. So that's the point there. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense as to why I'm doing this crazy thing, and why this whole series of dice control has re-kicked off, and what I'm doing as part of it. So there's that. All right. One more thing I want to get into before we start rolling the dice in this. I want to talk to you again about what I'm calling the three bangers. Okay. The 3-hit cycle, the 3-hit series. Why are 3 hits so important? When I'm rolling at night, I call this out. When I'm doing my roll practice, I say, oh, there's my 3rd hit. I'm in profit. I know that if I get to 3, in many of the ways that I play, I can guarantee myself I'll be in profit, which a lot of folks probably can't say because we're being too aggressive. I want to talk to you about some of these ideas here, and think about this as you're crafting your strategies. I'm going to show you some options here, but really it's about you crafting your way of playing. Be armed with the facts, okay? Here are some facts, and I just went through my controlled shooting and my random shooting that we've logged so far. Here's the numbers, okay? About 25% of the rolls end at roll 2, 1, or 0, okay? Set a point, no box numbers. Set a point, 1 or 2 box numbers. About a quarter of the rolls end right there, okay? I can show you the numbers if you want to. In our random trials, we're at 800 and change rolls right now. We've set 167 points. 42 of those points ended at roll 0, 0.7 out, 0.1 out, or a 2 shaker baker, as Brian Hawaii Crapshooters likes to call it. Right? 25% of the time we lost all of our money. If you're 2 hits and then you're not making money yet, you've lost it all. 25% of that's a lot. That's 1/4 of the time you're giving up your entire spread. Think about that with your betting strategy. You got to know that going in, okay? On the controlled toss, where I'm in the garage really working on that spinner toss, right? It's a little better, right? I've set 132 points. It looks like 27 of them were at 0, at 1, or at 2. 20%. It still sucks. It's 1/5 instead of 1/4. Again, we're at lower numbers of rolls. There's no statistical significance to those yet. But that's about where we expect to be. About 20 to 25% of the time, you're going to be losing your money on roll 0, 1, or 2 if you don't get to that 3rd hit. And 3rd hit's hard to get, as you can see. It's not often that we get there, okay? But another 8 or 10% of the rolls after that end right there at roll 3. Roll 3, and then done. There's no more left. So you're at 35, sometimes closer to 40% of the time, that you never get past roll 3. Now, when you get past roll 3, we start seeing these nice trends. Roll 3 seems to be kind of the tipping point where we start seeing lots of 4s, 5s, 6s, and then about a third or so at the end, or more than 15. But you got to get there first, and getting there first is really hard. And so what I want to do is look at the options that we have at roll 3, or getting to roll 3. And there are some ways you can play the first 3 rolls, I think, that are going to help us out crafting a strategy of being safe. Now, again, if you're a riverboat gambler and you don't care, fine. Go out, pass line, max odds, and just let God be your guide and hope that it works out for you. If you want to be 160 across and just press, until you're at 750, great, go for it. But you're going to lose 160 most of the time. Just know that going in, okay? So here's some of the options we have. We've looked at before. Same bet. Same bet, same bet, same bet. 3 hits, you're out, you got money. If you go 160 across and you same bet 3 times, you brought back 105. That's nothing to be ashamed of. 160 turning into 105 in 3 hits, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with $100, and I'm okay with turning it off, right? Are you okay with that? Look at the bottom here. Are you okay with a small targeted win? Go 160, take 3 hits, pocket your black chip, let the shooter 7 out, and go for it again, and go for it again, and go for it again. Is that okay with you, right? If you're going to be a regression type of player, you're going to go out higher. Right? To regress down, you got to be up high, which means 25% of the time, you're going to lose more than you'd like to. You're going to lose more than what you want to be at. You're going to lose more than 160 if you're going to regress down to 160. So know that going in. If you're going to be like let's say a skill 66, where you go 66 inside, press to 88 on the first hit, down to 44, right? That's a great way to play. 2 hits, and you have $6 in profit. Okay, 2 hits, meager profit, you're out there for free. Are you okay with that? Are you okay if it ends on roll 3 5 times in a row and have a $6 profit? Is that okay with you? You got to think about that. Or is it better for you to bring some of that back? You got to make these decisions when you're making your strategy. What are you okay with walking away with? What's your goal? What's your goal? If your goal is to hit a home run every single time, then no, you're not okay with $6. You're going to be out there pressing like a maniac. Okay, that's fine if that's your stated goal, but know that 25% of the time, what you put out there probably ain't coming back. And that's a big thing to remember when you're crafting your strategies. Three hits is the number. It is the magic number. It's hard to get to it. Once you get past it, things seem to go pretty okay. You can depend on getting to 6. Actually, it's more common to see 6 than 4 or 5, believe it or not. It's just the way that the numbers seem to work. Once you get to 3, 6 becomes okay. Okay? But getting to 3 is hard. Make sure, I would say, you're pulling profit at roll 3 so that you can get to rolls 5, 6, 7, and not have to worry about too much. So there's my spiel on the 3-banger, right? Be aware where you are in space. 3 rolls, tough to get. Make sure you're pulling profit out if you're a goal-oriented player. If you're a gambler, then you can ignore everything I just said and just go out there and rock it all out there. Have fun. All right, let's go to the table and play a little bit. I want to play a little bit of 3-banger strategy. So just give me a second here to change the screen on us, and let's roll. Let's get out there with a couple of strategies I want to show you. And I think some of these are things that we've seen before, so they shouldn't come as a shock to you as you see them. Now, where's our roll trackers? They should be in play. Let me hold on a second. 5, 5. There we go. Sometimes you got to tickle it to make it show up. There it is. There's the roll tracker. All right. Let's look at a couple of options that we got here. And I want to quickly go and show you 2 ways to play before I go out and play the insane way that I played yesterday, and we're going to play the rest of the week. So way 1, which I just kind of talked about, and we can do it at any level, but let's do it at a reasonable human level. We'll do the skill 66. This is one way to look at getting 3 hits and where we are. And I showed you this yesterday. I'm going to show it again today because it's a very common way to approach this. Okay, now, there's an immediate problem with the skill 66. Okay, when I talk about 3 hits after the points being set, let's say we get a point and the point is a 9. Okay, we're going to bypass our come out roll. We're on a point of 9. 3 hits includes the 4 and 10. Okay, and my stats that I gave you, by the way, are box hits. It's not overall hits. I get the stats I gave you of 25%. It's box hits. I don't care about the 2, 3, 11, or 12 at all in these statistics. I'm looking at hits that we can make money on, that most people are betting on. So we're talking about box hits. I should have made that clear. This is missing 2 of them, this strategy. So you're already kind of putting the onus on not just 3 box hits, but 3 good box hits, 3 inside hits. So you're really making it hard on yourself. And there's this debate, which I don't know why it's a debate. Do you play just a 6 and 8, the most popular numbers? Right. I can make an argument for that. This is a harder argument for me to make, honestly, than this. I think this is a tougher sell than that is. I would rather have 30 extra bucks out there at risk, 96 across instead of 66 inside, because for 3 hits, one of them might be a 4 or 10, and I wasted it. I want to waste it. So if I'm going to go here, I may as well go here in most cases. But we're going to play it the way that Dylan from Skill Luck designed it. We'll play the regular skill 66. Now in this strategy, it's a 2-hit strategy looking for the 3rd, which I like. Hit number 1 on any number pays $21. You're gonna have to drop $1 from your rack. You got to power press by $1 to get these to $88. Boom, 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 boom. We're gonna press them up. Now we're at 88 inside. Every number is at the 4-unit level, $5 unit level, where they pay $28. Here's your decision point. After hit number 2, which we know happens more often than not, we're at hit 2. That's actually a good place to be. What skill does, he regresses everything down to 44 inside. Take that 1 press, 1 pull, and you're out of the hand. What does out of the hand mean? 25, 35. There's a green chip in here somewhere. 35, 45, 55. Where's my freaking money? Did I blow it here? No, 25, 50, 65. I don't know. Counting wrong. 25, 50, 65, $66 with $6 profit. Right? At this point, you're out. This means you've got your money back. 2 hits, money back in your rack. Love that part of it. That's a beautiful thing, right? 2 hits, $6 in your rack. Okay, what we can do with that is buy a drink, buy a pack of smokes. Not much you can do with $6. Okay, your $44 is out here working though. So you've worked for 2 hits to have $44 out there. And as we said, about 25% of the time, this money's going to go away. Because before hit 3, we're going to be out of this hand, right? This might be the 7 right here. If not, and one of those happens to pay $14, that's fantastic. What are you going to do now? Your third hit. This is the third hit. 1 got you from 66 to 88. 1 got you from 88 to 44. Here's the magical, I say, hit number 3. If you pull this back, like you probably ought to, you're at $20 in profit, 44 out here, and here comes big number 7. Are you okay with $20? Or would you rather have 20 plus 44 in your rack and a chance to replay it again? Think about that. 3 hits, kind of a magic number. All right, there's one way. The second way I want to show you, and I may do a longer form video on this. I think it's worthwhile talking about, actually. Another way to do 3 hitting down is the butter burger. Now, this is one that Greg and I worked on together. I like this one a lot. This is a little bit bigger of a strategy. We're going to go out here at 320 across. We're going to go ahead and make these all look like $50. Okay? 100, 200, 300, 10, 20, 320. And in this case, 3 hits and you pull down as you go. Okay? Let's say that we had, I can roll the dice. I'll just roll them in front here just to get an idea. There's a 6. Great. The 6 pays $70. Hit number 1. And at the same time, we're going to bring down our outside numbers and make them look like $10. We're going to regress them outside in as we go. So in 1 hit, we have $150, half our money back. So you're reducing your risk as we go. The second hit, there's a 10. Okay, that's great. That pays $18. Not a lot, but it pays 18. We're going to make our 5 and 9, come back to the house. We're going to make them both look like, again, $10. I'll get some change here. And now we have 100, 200, 25, 35, 245 back in the rack after 2 hits. Let's go hit number 3. Hopefully it's a number we can match. There's a 5. Okay, it's not a great payer. We got paid twice on junk numbers. But 15 for 1. That's fine. Let's make our 6 and 8 both also look like 10, actually $12. I'll get some change. How's our rack look now? Well, there's 320. That's what we started with. After 3 hits, we have $70 in the rack and 64 across. 70 and 64, 134. That's okay. If you look at all this as profit, in 3 hits, you made $134. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with 70? Are you okay with 134? Right, make your call with 3 hits. That's a cool way to take 3 hits and descend your risk as you go. I like that way of playing a lot because now I have a chance to keep playing if I choose to, or pull it back if I'd rather not. Interesting ways to look at how you can play 3 hits. 3 hits and get out. Interesting stuff. All right. With all that said, let's go play some actual craps, and we're going to run another quote-unquote 3-hit-ish kind of strategy. It's not purely 3 hits, but it definitely can be. I played this yesterday. This is going to be the permanent press strategy. I've got a rack here with $2,500 in it. And the permanent press with this at this level, yesterday I played the strategy at $88. We went out for 88 inside and basically pressed up every single time. What I'm going to do today is we're going to go and be a little bit more aggressive with it. Okay, we're going to come out, we're going to do just inside numbers. We can talk about reasons why, but let's go inside and let's do I don't know, let's go with let's go 330 inside, shall we? 330 inside. There's 400 bucks. 330 is going to give me $70 and change. There's 70 bucks and change. I'll bring that back to my rack. And let's set this up. 330 looks like 3 green units per spot, okay? With $90 and 6 and 8. This is a magical number because each of these pays 100 bucks. 105 to be exact. If you wanted to go 430, you could put 50 bucks in the 4 and 10 as well, and they would also pay 100 bucks. Not quite enough to do what I want to do. What I'm going to do here, because it pays 100, we're going to drop a nickel and go 110 inside press 3 times. Let's see what happens if we can make 3 hits like this. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can make our $500 goal. All right, I'm going to get the roll tracker up here, and this will be our daily paycheck play of the day here. We're going to go ahead and try and win 500 bucks, but we're going to start it today at the 330 level. Now, if we go down in flames, our bankroll is going to get taxed. We're going to have to come back at whatever level we left off and see if 3 hits can't make us money. Let's go. Let's get a point here and see what happens. It's 6, 4, 10. So our first point here is going to be a 10. Just mark it on. There we go. It's a 6, 4, 10. Now, say Hail Mary. As you know, my luck doing this the last few times has not been good. I think yesterday we spent an hour almost trying to get $100 profit out of this because we kept getting burned early. Again, 25% of the time we're going to lose this. I have to fight that back, but there is a chance, right? We got 35% chance of getting our 3 hits and moving on. Let's see if we can't do this. Come on, dice, treat me nice. No, look at that, out of the gate, right? I'm talking about it. You know what's going to happen. 437 right away. 437 for old Johnny. Now we got to work hard. We have 330 out there. I'm just going to pull it from the rack to make it easier. There's 3 black chips, 25, 30. I'm going to pay 330 from my rack. Let the board stay set. That'll save us time in dealing. But normally when I practice, you should know this, when I practice, normally what I do is I take the money and I replace the money. I'd like to see the money go away and have to come out of here so I feel the pain of it. But again, we're doing a show here, so I want to make sure we're respectful of your time. So let's get a new point. That point will be 8. Now we got to make up 330, right? And our bankroll has actually been taxed a little bit. Let's see if we can't do it. There's an 8, 6, 2. Come on, let's go. Oh my gravy. Look at that, a 5, 2, 7. We 0.7'd out twice in a row. Good Lord. There's 330. Well, we did it again. Now we're down. What are we down there? We're down 660 already? We haven't even started yet. We're down 660. Come on. I love this game. 628. 628. 8 is great. I love my point of 8. Let's make it happen a 3rd time. Holy crap. 4, 3, 7. I'm getting rid of those dice. We're going to go with blues. My God. 330 again. I'm not sure we can do it now. There's 300. I'm going to get 400 bucks out of the rack. We'll take 50, 70 bucks and change. There's $70 and change. We've lost 3.7 outs in a row. That's got to be a good sign. That's got to be a sign that better things are going to happen here. Can we do this? Come on. All right, there's a 1, 2, 3. Something different. Come on. Same thing. 1, 2, 3. What an ugly series here. 7, 8, 7, 8, 3, 3. Come on. 7, 4, 3, 7. Yeah, the other day, I was playing a martingale system, right? And the martingale was, if you have 3 consecutive 7s, your next bet's 40,000 bucks. Well, here we're in a series of 2 7s before a number. Let's hope. All right, 3, 2, 5. We would have made it. Wow, 3, 2, 5. 3, 2, 5. Come on, give me 3. Now I'm going to have to get 3 a couple of times here to make this work. We're going to have to really work our tails off to make this work. Hey, look at that. We're getting paid on something. 639. 639 is our first actual money coming from the bank. Can you believe that? There's 100 $105 for the $75 9. We're gonna drop a nickel and have a 110 inside press. That's gonna make everything here to the green level. We're gonna be at 140 or 120 on the 6 and 8, 100 on the 5 and 9. That's gonna be what we call 440 inside. Let's get to the greens. We'll make them look like black. 1, 2, 3, 4 blacks. 1, 2. Now we're at 440 inside. That was hit number 1. I'm gonna mark it here so we can keep track. Hit number 1, we made it. Let's get hit number 2. Come on, you. 314, it's a waste. It's a waste. I'm glad that happened. I said before, I'm more okay with this than this. I can make an argument for all of them, for these two, but I cannot make an argument necessarily for in here alone. That's a wasted roll. That's hard pill to swallow right there. Come on, 5, 3, 8. That's our second hit. Let's mark it up. That's our second hit, okay? At 120, that's gonna pay 140. So I'm gonna pay it in greens. 100, 25, 140. Again, 110 inside press, so that's the best we can do. I'm gonna take the $30 back to my rack. We're gonna press them back up by a quarter each. That makes the 6 and 8 look like 140. I'm sorry, 150. And the 5 and 9 look like 125, otherwise known as 550 inside. Okay, 550 inside, that's 2 hits. Let's go. This is the money shot. We're gonna make the money shot here, refresh ourselves, and we'll see where we stand. We gotta make it happen though. 6-5, yo. What a bummer. 6-5, yo, yo, yo suck. That's terrible. All right, here we go. Let's get a 5, 3, 8 on the tops. Let's get something good. Aces, another wasted roll. How many wasted rolls? We set a point of 5. The 9 was good. The 4 was not good. I didn't put the 8 in there. I'm sorry, the 5, 3, 8, I didn't log in there. We had a 9 was good, the 8 was good. We had 4, 11, and 2, 3 wasted rolls on the way to what's about to happen. Could be a 7. I said it out loud, I'm sorry. It could be a number for us. Let's see what happens here. 4, 3, 7. You know damn well when I said it, it was gonna freaking happen. 4, 3, 7, God. 2 hits and out, right? 2 box hits and out. It's exactly what I told you before. That happens so many times. We're at 550 out there. Let's see if we can't make this work. $550 out of the rack. There's no way we're gonna make money today. We're too far behind. It's impossible now to get this back, right? We're gonna try anyway. 1, 2, 3. 3 hits. Boy, oh boy, 3 hits is hard to get. 3, 2, 5. That's gonna be our point. 3, 2, 5 is our point. Let's log it in. Let's make that point. Come on. 5, 4, 9. Great. So we're at the 550 level. So 125 pays 175. We're not quite to the point where we can press up higher than 110 and have it be a nice even number. So I'm gonna take this back to my rack. All of it. I'm gonna drop 110 in green and reds. 110 in the right. That's, by the way, hit number 1. We'll mark it 1 here. Okay, we're gonna press again by 110. They go to 150. 6 and 8 are gonna go to 175 each. Or, I'm sorry, 180 each. Now we're at 660. 660 inside, first hit. Can we get 3? Can I get 3 hits, please? 6, 2, 8, there's 2 hits. Let's mark it up. Be excited about it, it's 2 hits. 6, 2, 8, that pays 210, okay? Let's pay it like this. $210. I can power press that by $10. We're gonna go as soon as we can to the next level up, 220. Let's mark that 8 first, 6, 2, 8. Okay, we're gonna go all the way up as high as we can, as fast as we can. Whenever we can press another level, even if it's a $10 little power press, we're gonna do it. They all go up by $50. Okay, that means that we're at 200 each on the outsides. 6 and 8 are going to be at $240. 240. That looks to me like 880 right now. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 80 inside. That was hit number 2. We need one more hit here. I said the magic words. I'm going to say it out loud because I'm not superstitious. I need one more hit to be happy, and we're going to avoid the 7. I said both nasty things. Let's see if we can't buck the trend here. Can I make something? As a matter of fact, I'm going to get off the 6. We're going to set a 5 this time. Throw it nice and light, and we're going to avoid big red. Well, we get this, 3, 1, 4. We get a wasted freaking roll. Good night. Here we go. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let's get it done. Yes, we did it. We got a 9. 6, 3, 9. So here's the 3-hit deal, right? 200 pays 280. Right? I'm going to bring all this back down to where we started. We're going to go back all the way to 330. So there's 300, 25, 330. We're going to reset at 330 inside and go for 3 hits again. But let's see what kind of damage we did just now. There's 5 reds for a green. It's a black. There's 4 greens, and that's a black. Out there on the felt, there's $830 coming back into the rack. We did it, and we had $100 from before that we had pulled off earlier. There's $900 coming back. So in 3 hits, we went down like crazy people earlier, right? We had the 3 consecutive losses, right? How does the rack look right now? It doesn't look great, right? We have $1,500 in the rack. We start with $2,500, right? But here's at 330. So we're actually only down 1 shot. Let's get 3 again. 3 hits again, okay? Here's your question. I said this to you earlier. Are you happy with what you got? Because I could literally pull this down right now, right? This 330 over here and have almost $2,000 in the rack and be almost close, right? Do you wait for the next big red before you go for 3 again, right? Is there like a master random number generator running that says, oh, you know, if you keep on rolling, you're going to get that 7. Doesn't freaking matter if I roll a 7 now or if I wait for it and then start over again. There's no starting over. The dice don't give a crap about you starting over, right? There's no whatever statute of limitations on when the 7's coming. So we're just going to go. I've talked for a while, wasted some time, got the juju out of the dice. We hit our 3 shots. We're back to 330. This is a 3-hit strategy. We're going to run it again. Let it roll out. We're still out on a point of 5. Let's make it happen. If we go down, we go down. And look at that. Look at that. Just like we're talking about. The random number generator, 617, pops you for 330, but I don't care. 330 out of the rack. Let's just build it back up and do it again. I have no fear of doing it again. I had the bankroll to make this happen. Puck is off, by the way. 617. We are following the puck. 2 7s in a row for you Martingale players. There's 3 7s in a row for you Martingale players. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Smarty Pants strategy right now, $43,000 across. And a 4-3-7. There it is. There's your Martingale. There's your Martingale getting this panty whooped right there. 4-3-7. 4 7s in a row. 5 7s in a row. 4-3-7. Can you believe it? 4-3-7. 5 7s in a row. There's a 4. 3-1-4. We have a point. There's something you don't see every day. 7 7 7 7 7. 3-1-4. 5 in a row. Now we got to get 3. Right? We're restart. Give me 3 shots. Give me 3 steps. There's a point being hit. 2-2. Hard 4. Puck's off. We're going to have to burn a roll here. Getting out. 5-3-8. It's too bad. That could have been a score hit for us, right? But it's not. Now we're on. Give me 3. Give me 3. Come on. Nope. There's a 10. Wasted roll. That's why I don't like inside betting. Inside betting is fine you need the outsides to pick you up. You really do. 538, that's the point. It's good to hit the point, but we blew a shot here. Okay, that's going to pay 110. We're going to drop our $10 from our rack. We're going to get pressure all the way across. It's going to be black level all the way around. And there we are, 220 or 440 across. 440 inside, rather. 440 inside on hit number 1. I'll mark it out there. The puck's off, bets are off. Next point is working. There's 2s, aces rather. There's an 8 again. That's our point, 628. Here we go. 2 more hits. We can do it. No, we can't. 527. Good Lord. 527. We're at 440. And again, this strategy, we stay where we are. So there's 400, $500. We'll get $60 back. Got to do it again. We're going to fight back again, probably twice to make it happen. Can we do this? The 7s are coming fast and furious today. And not in a good way. Not in a good way. 6. That run we just had, isn't that crazy? All those 7s, we hit a point of 4, hit a 4. We got an 8, a wasted roll, got an 8. That's the first time we got paid, right? That's a terrible run right there. There's a hard 6. 3-3, hard 6. We have a point. There she blows. Let's get 3 hits. No help. No help. Come on. Oh my God. 617. 440 again. We're going to be out of money. There's 450 out of the rack. We'll get $10 in change. We have $300 left. We have enough to go out there at 320 across one time if this doesn't work for us. I think we're going to be dead in the water. I don't see any way, unless we have a miracle run here, that we come back from this. Ay, ay, ay. 9. New point will be a 9. Give me 3 hits, baby. Come on. You can do it. There's a 5. 325. I don't think we've gotten like paid but 5 times tonight. That's terrible. That's going to pay 140. There's 140. We're going to make it look like 110 pressure. We're going to fight the good fight here. All right, we're at 150 on the 6 and 8. We're at 125 on the 5 and 9. That's 550 across. That was our first hit in this series. We need 2 more. There's a 5, 325, a back to back, or 325. Pays 175. 175. We'll leave the 100 out there. We'll rack the 75. I'm going to put $10 out for 110 pressure. That's our second hit. Now we're at 660. 660 inside. This feels like a skill 66 waiting to happen here, doesn't it? 660 inside, out on a point of 5. We need 1 more hit. 1 more hit. Avoid the 7. I'm saying all the things. Let's do it. 426. Woo! For a minute there, I thought that was a 527. I was about to break my stick. 426. That's good. That's going to be a 210 payment. 210. Now, you remember from last time, right? That was the 3rd hit. We can bring this down and bring back about $600 to the rack. We're in trouble here, right? We could pressure it again and push the envelope. We got past 3. Do you dare go to 220 and pressure it and go for hit 4? Maybe 1 more hit. I don't know if that's smart or not, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to do it anyway because it's the morning show and we can. 50, 50. We're going to go to 220 pressure. We're going to really jack this thing up and see what we can make out of it, all right? That's going to put the 5 and 9 at 200 each. It's going to put our 6 and 8 at 240 each. Oh, wrong stack. Come on. 240 each. Let's get another hit. That was our point, by the way. So we can relax for a roll. 6, 4, 10, new point. Here we go. This is the money shot, right? This is the money shot right here. We might even have 2 money shots. 6, 2, 8. Because I'm just crazy. 6, 2, 8. We gotta work it. Right? When you're down to your last bullet, this little tiny bullet's never gonna get us there. I'm gonna take an extra couple of shots here. So 6, 2, 8 with 240 on it. It pays 275, 280. Okay. We can do another 200, and I'll do it with a green chip. 220. Pressure one more time. One more time, 220 pressure. Nickel to the rack, quarter to the house. Let's get some greens. Okay, we're at 250 on the outsides. These are going to look like 275, 300 bucks for the 6 and 8. Do your math on that. That should look like a very familiar and normal number, right? 25, 25, 30, and 30. Okay? Here we go. 415. That's awesome, right? $25 5 pays 35 bucks. A 250 pays 350. Okay? Now we've got 5 hits. We pressed it all the way up. We could actually go 330. There's enough here to go 330 one more time. We're going to pull it back, see where we are. Okay? Matter of fact, here's 325 bucks. That'll be our next out to start over again. Back to the rack though. We can bring some money, which is good. Those are blacks. There's 4 greens for a black and 50. So we have 500, 1,000, 1,450 bucks coming back. So down to our last 300, we took a really crazy move and bumped it on up. Got ourselves back to basically health. I'll take these 4 greens, make them a black real quick. Rack has 1,500. We're at 330 out here again. I need 30 bucks. Okay, 330 inside one more time. This time, because we got burnt last time, I feel like I want to wait for that damn 7, but if I did that, then what I told you before would be seen as BS, so we're not going to do that. We're going to go, oh my God, these slippery chips did it again. Sorry, I just dropped everything on the floor. All right, let's go 330 inside one more time. Right, 3 hit and down is the typical way to play this. We're going to do that this time. I went for the extra couple of hits last time. Because of our deficit and because we're down to our last shot, I took an aggressive shot at it. Okay, not sticking to the strategy discipline-wise, but it's a smart move to make when you're down to your last hole anyway and you're going to be at stop loss 0. The 330 doesn't help you. You need to be up here at the 11, 10 level to make it work. All right, here we go. Leaving it on, right? Let's mark that 5, 4, and 5. Mark the 5s, keep it there. Let's keep going, okay? If it resets, it resets, right? 6, 6, midnight does no good for us. There's a 314, also does no good for us. I don't like this. Don't like it one bit. There's a 426. We need a hot run here. 426. That's great. It pays 105. $105. We're going to power press by a nickel. Make everything here look like 220. Let's get rid of the greens. Up to 220. Our first press is in. Again, this starts a new series of 3. We're into this hand now for quite a bit, right? If you're staying with it, we could have been up here now, you know, at about $1,400 inside, but I wanted to make sure our rack was being respected. So I decreased down after what would have been our second set of 3 hits. Let's go. Another 4. We're rolling some 4s here. 3-1-4. There's a 9, a 5, and a 4. That's great. 5-4-9 is our second hit. 5-4-9. It pays 140. Like before, we're going to take $30 back to the house. We're going to press by 110. That'll make these look like 150. 5 and 9 look like 125. There's 550 on the inside. We need one more hit here. Avoid that 7. I'm going to say it again and again and again. I'm going to break that superstition. Let's make our money. Come on. Nope. 2-1-3. Boring. Boring waste of a roll. 2-1-3. Ugly. Let's go. Come on. Do your thing. 6-4-10. Another wasted freaking roll. 6-4-10. Let's do this. Give me my inside numbers. Look at that. 6-5. Yo, you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. We all know what's going to happen. Just grin and bear it. Oh, we did it. 5-3-8. How about that? 5-3-8. Here's what I want to show you. After all that, this is hit number 3. Okay, 3 hits, right? We started this particular run at 330. Okay. Imagine if this 3 hits would have happened out of the gate. I want to show you what's going to happen. 330. That hit's going to pay 175. Okay, 175. Now, we're going to pull it back. I want to show you what's coming back to the rack. I'm going to do this the way we should be doing it if we get the hits we need. Right, there's going to be 325. We'll call that 330. Okay, I'll drop a nickel to make it 330. That's our starting bankroll. We're going to reset the board with that money. Okay, what we've earned though through that process is 200 in green and 200 in black. So we're actually bringing back $400 in 3 hits. Okay, when the 330 inside permanent press works, press, 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 pull. You're pulling $400 off that table. But look at how many times we had to play this just to get what we wanted, just to get the stinking 330 to pay us one time. Isn't that crazy? How horrible that is? All right, let's do it again. We're going to go ahead and reset it to 330. We're going to keep getting our money and getting ourselves reset as often as we can. Now, again, if you're paying attention, this roll has gone on for a long time, right? We went from 550 to 1020 or to 1010, down to 330, up to 660, down to 330 again, right? We've actually had like 9 or 10 hits here in this roll. It's been a good one. It doesn't mean that it's due to end. I don't believe in that. You know me by now. I don't believe that's due to end. It just happens to be, we're in a good series. Let's keep the good series going. I'm going to mark that 8 in the roll tracker. Just go. Let's make $400 again. I'd love to make $400 a second time. 538, hit number 1 in this new series. You know the drill, right? That's going to pay 110. 110. We're going to, now I got to get nickels change here. We're going to power press it by $10. I'm sorry, it pays 105. I'm going to drop 5. My bad. That's okay. We still need the nickels there anyway. We're going to go up to 110, which means we're at black chips. These all go to blacks. First hit goes from 330 to a nice clean 440. That's a great first hit. We love the first hit. 440 is beautiful. $100. That's great. The 8's logged in. Let's make it happen. There's a yo, a 6 and a 5. Come on now. I know you have it in you. Oh boy, look at that, 2 in a row. 2 yos in a row. Are you superstitious? Are you turning your bets off for a roll? No, you're not. Not if your name's John, you're not. 3 horns in a row. See a horn, bet a horn. 2, 1, 3. I have faith. I have all kinds of faith that we're going to see something yummy here. 6, 4, 10. That's the point. Okay, that's cool. Got the point. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, the point's 8. I don't know what. The point, I'm not sure what I did. I missed something earlier. The point's 8, not 10. When did I hit the point? It doesn't matter. Point's 8. Here we go. Do it. 4, 2, 6. Had a baby. 4, 2. I think the problem is I talk too much and get lost in the point. 4, 2, 6. That's cool, right? Because 120 is going to pay 125, 140. Coming back. Makes it easy. We'll take $30 back to the rack. We're going to get that 110 pressure again. Okay, and you know that means in the inside, these go to 150. Now we're at 550. 2 hits. Let's get one more. One more hit. Come on. 549. Whoo, yeah. Who loves you? I do. 175. 175, and again, 3 hits. That was our third hit. 3 hits and pull it back, right? You could go to the ceiling. This is the kind of roll we could have been to the ceiling here, right? But again, you're playing the numbers. The numbers are 3, 3, 3. I'm going to beat that into your head. It's so important to know that number. There's 325. There's 330 going back out. There's 200 in green. Works every single time. 400 back to the rack. Now let's take a look at where the rack is, right? There is 2,300. Here's greens. There's 2,400 and whatever, plus 330, okay? So if you look at our rack, that right there, that black chip is our starting bankroll. We have 230, probably another green out here. There's 250, 260 out here in profit. How about that? We were down to our last nickel. We worked it back, right? On a good roll, you'll work yourself back to profit. Now I'm gonna stop right here. Remember I said last week, we were talking to Craig from Old Bay, and he took his bankroll from 800 to 200, and then he worked all the way back, and he had 805 bucks, and he's like, man, I only won $5. Your net profit is $5, but you just took 600 off the table. We just took 2,200 bucks off the table. More than that. We were down to 300 bucks in our rack. We now have $2,800. We took 2,500 bucks off the table in the last probably 15, 20 rolls. Okay. Even with being conservatively regressing, we did that. Okay. We did that. I'm going to take this as our profit and call it. There's no need to go out here and be super aggressive with this. There's no need. We made it, right? That's not 500 bucks that I wanted. It's light of our goal, but damn, we just fought all the way back. I got to feel great about that, right? I feel really good about that, as a matter of fact. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to finish out the roll. I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice and log numbers till we get a 7, because if you're playing along with me at home with your strategy, let's get you a 7 and resolve the final bet. Okay, there's a 10. These will go pretty quick. 6, 4, 10. There's the midnight. This is a long roll. 6, 6, midnight. Matter of fact, I can look on screen. This is 22 rolls since the last 7. Pretty good roll. There's a 4, right? It's the kind of thing where, you know, you're dreaming for the roll like this to happen. You really are. 6, 2, 8. 6, 2, 8. That's going to be our point being resolved, which is great. 900 rolls on the nose. That's cool too. Let's go ahead and kill it there. We have a resolved point. We'll end it on a resolved point. Actually, we should end on the next shooter. Let's finish the shooter out. I'll just roll them up for you. We'll end up on the next 7 out. There's a 6. There's a 9, a 5, and a 4. Look at the repeaters too. The 10 repeater paid. The 10 repeater here, that's 65 to 1. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. 6, 5, yo. All those 7s earlier, right? Who's that says the dice reset themselves? It's a 6, 3, 9. The numbers will always randomly reset. You're going to have these ebbs and flows. When you have a string of sevens like we had earlier, you're going to have a string of non-sevens. It has to be. In order for probability to reset itself, you're going to have big swings in variance. This is an enormous variant. We had an enormous variant before with all the sevens. Now we're on a big variant the other direction. 4, 2, 6. That's roll 30. Point being hit. Next point's going to be a 10, a 6, 4, 10. Incredible run here. This is so great when this happens. 1, 2, 3, and we're out of it, right? I have no buyer's remorse. I have no qualms about leaving this hand and all this potential earnings on the table, because you and I both know well enough that if I had put this money back out on the table, we would have rolled a 7 right then. There's no question that 7 was going to be coming the minute I put the bets back out there. I'm not going to take the bait. I'm happy with pulling 2,500 off that table and walking away and not even knowing that this is happening behind me. Totally fine with that. There she is. There's the 7, 4, 3, 7. That ends the sequence. That was a great roll. There's a 33 roller. Okay, that bumped up my SRR all the way to 587. We were actually below that earlier today to start it off with. Super cool rollout today. I'm gonna go ahead and log that in right now. That was a 200 and how much? 260 on the win today. This strategy is interesting. Let's go back here. I'm gonna log this in right in front of you. I'm just gonna edit this, not that one there. And we'll go to the daily paycheck. Whoop, the daily paycheck, where is it? Right there. There it is. Okay, let's go in here and edit this guy. So today we had a plus 260. Let's put dollar signs on this so we can know that it's money. There we go. So that's good. 2 days of wins. I'm actually happy with that. I'm not happy that both days took me about 150 rolls to get there. Like, we suffered both days to make this permanent press work. With enough bankroll, as you can see, you can withstand 1, 2, 3.7 outs almost back to back to back. The first 3 or 4 rolls we 7'd out without getting paid at all. Then we had one where we got paid once, 7 out, got paid once, 7 out. Then we had the good roll, right? The strategy works great. On a good roll or a good sequence, it works really, really well. But again, it's hard. It's really hard to make money when you're not getting the hits that you need, right? So that's the wrong string. So remember, 3 bangers are important, right? Get your 3 hits, get out. Get your 3 hits, get out. Here we did bump, 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 down, bump, 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 down. We were always safe once we hit the first set of 3 in that second series of numbers there. It was good to be safe, right? In the bottom section here, am I okay with a small targeted win? Yes, I am, right? I don't need to have a home run. I'm okay with the targeted wins that we got. To me, to go to 330 and make that $400 in 3 hits, that's great. We did it 3 times, right? If you could do it the first time you walk up to the table, you're out of there quick. It took us a while to get there today, and that's all right. So that's the show for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, not live. I appreciate you. If you're still watching, you're awesome. Love all you all, right? You're like my virtual online family. It's great. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching this show every day. I really, really, really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow for 1 or 2 episodes and some special love coming your way. I'll see you later on. Thanks again. Have a great Tuesday, and God bless. Bye-bye.